Hello, this is Joe, and I was just thinking about fashion and why I'm so excited about fashion and why it makes me feel good, and also why I think it's so important to not only feel good but like look good. Um, and I was just thinking about when I'm meeting a person for the first time, I've never met them before. We make assumptions. I know I make assumptions. And you would be like, what, Joanne? You shouldn't make assumptions. You shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But the reality is, as humans, we do it anyway. I think the key for us to know is or actually be aware that we are doing it. So I know that when I see someone, it does not mean just because they look presentable or they look really good that they're really nice people. I know that is I'm jumping to conclusions, but I think it's important that our first impression is a good one. I think about it a lot as a woman, and not only a woman but a minority woman, where there's a lot of stereotypes or assumptions made about us instantly, even before we show up. And so for me, it is important to look good and be presentable and be ready anywhere I go. And it is sometimes hard and difficult to do that, right? To be on, to look good. But I do it because that's something maybe I've always done, and it's maybe not a good thing, but it's just the reality of things. But for me, fashion just goes a step beyond. I don't know if I got it from my dad or my mom. They love to look good, and they love dressing up and going shopping. So maybe I got it from them, but it just is something that makes me feel good. It just sometimes when I'm feeling out and I just like put on a nice outfit, it kind of brings up my mood. And I've noticed though, there have been times when I am using it as a crutch. My mom recently passed, and I saw that I was like buying a lot more than usual, or kind of looking and watching fashion videos more than normal, instead of like kind of focusing on grieving or things that would put me in a better place to kind of heal me. I was kind of using shopping and like zoning out on fashion as a way to cope. So realizing that fashion does have its pros and cons. It can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing if all you're focused on is the outside appearance of yourself and forget to kind of look at the inside, which is supposed to be and is the most important part of someone, right? Their personality, their characteristics, who they are as a person is so important. And that's why when I talk to my daughter, I try to hold this tension between looking your best, but that is not what defines you, which is super hard, isn't it? Like, I don't want her going out in pajamas. I know people do that, but I'm like, no, thank you. Because I want her to put her best foot forward. But then I don't want her to just be hung up on, oh, I have to get the latest everything, or I have to look good. If I don't look good, then I'm not going, or I'm not doing this because I need to look good and I need to wear these pairs of jeans. Kind of finding that tension. You know what I do, and I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but I tell her that she should be the best she can be. It doesn't mean perfection. It's just the best you can be. So whether in schoolwork, or whether she's doing her violin, or in sports, or even what she wears or how her hair looks, that she should be the best she can be. And for some people it's different. Sometimes in school, it's a C for people, which is fine. That's what they can do. It could be a B for some or an A for some. Just knowing where their best is as a parent is important. So even in fashion, sometimes I just see her just throwing a jeans and t-shirt and not really looking at is it wrinkled, or is there other things in my closet? Like I try to say, like, be creative. Like, how can you think outside the bus? Outside, how you can think outside the box. That's what I'm trying to say. So t-shirt, jeans is fine, but how can we amp it up? Do we have any creative juices going? Same thing in violin. Like I when she plays a song, I'm like, okay, like what are the words to that song? Can you that feeling that you get as you are looking and singing or looking at the words to the music? How does it make you feel? And can you put it into your music? So I kind of do that for fashion, for not only myself, but for my daughter. And I want to do it in every area of her life. And I know sometimes people would think like I am putting too much importance on what she's wearing or what I'm wearing. But I feel that there is a tension between, again, being your best, but not putting the whole stock, lock, and barrel on just on fashion or what you're wearing. So it's kind of a tension. I would love to hear what you think about this. What are your thoughts on fashion, the importance of fashion? Again, one of the things that I talk to my daughter, her big thing right now is being comfortable. I want to be comfortable. I want to be comfortable. And to me, I like to be comfortable too. So just because you want to be comfortable does not mean that you can't look good and be fashionable. So how can we find that awesome kind of middle ground with being comfortable, right? But also looking good. And I have lots of videos about even just wearing leggings and amping that up, or jeans and amping it up, where kind of like the basic jeans or joggers or leggings that you feel comfortable in, how can you jazz it up? And you're wearing joggers instead of a t-shirt. Can you wear a pretty sweater or a blouse? Wear heels. Okay, not even heels, because you might say that's not comfortable, but flats. Instead of just like running sneakers. What about vintage sneakers? Like, how can you just amp up what's comfortable and make it comfortable and fashionable? That is something for us to think about. Let me know what you think. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. And put a comment below on what I was talking about today, what your thoughts are on fashion, on being comfortable, on being your best. Just tell me what you think. All right, this is Jo. Just want to say bye.